Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and I wanted to do just a quick video sort of looking at the newest high quality V-Jump skin that we've got here. I haven't done a video on the actual official skin itself, right? Just sort of the Ryukutya leaks that we typically get, before we actually see the scan itself. Of course, you know, shout outs to Dragon Ball Hype here. We have the Legends stuff. You know, I do like to follow Legends. We got Metal Cooler coming. We got, you know, this Vegeta and Goku unit coming. I do like how Legends does have sort of these units that have, like, multiple characters, like, sort of in them. You know, definitely very cool. You know, Dokkan has previously already released sort of, like, these versions of these characters, right? Like this Vegeta and Goku from that Metal Cooler movie. I feel like you probably could get a Super Saiyan Goku and a Super Saiyan Vegeta, maybe from that movie or something like that in Dokkan, but, I don't know. And, like, Metal Cooler, we probably could get, like, a better standalone Metal Cooler card at this point, because the AGL one, I would say, has aged quite a bit, and I think we could, you know, sort of get an improved version of that. Okay, so then we have Dokkan, the big stuff. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's coming out sort of out of nowhere, right? Now, this is, like, honestly, I would say this is pretty stunning. No one was thinking, like, oh, they're just going to drop Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because this is a dual Dokkan Fest level character. And there's multiple different, like, you know, opposite characters they could put with him. You know, they could do Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, because, again, I think we're going to move into hero stuff. You know, they could do Omega. They could do, like, you know, just some other Vegito card. Like, they could do a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, like, Dokkan Fest. Like, I think all of that would work, right? Sort of like a Dragon Ball Super vs. Dragon Ball GT theme, that type of thing. But for them just to drop Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as just a normal Dokkan Fest is definitely very surprising and definitely raises suspicions. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people are talking about the possibility that Gogeta could introduce the Super Saiyan 4 category and be tied into the Dragon Ball Heroes collab and cards that are going to be coming up sometime in November. By the way, it does actually mention down here at the bottom about the Dragon Ball Hero collab, which is actually on the way, right? The only thing about that, well, I think that is, there's definitely a really good chance, right? Like, this Gogeta could introduce the Super Saiyan 4 category, right? And then Heroes stuff is about to drop. You know, we get the first Heroes Dokkan Fest. Let's just say, like, I don't know. I feel like Super Saiyan 4 Bardock could be very possible. Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. Maybe like a dual Dokkan Fest of Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegeta. You know, and then maybe add like a banner unit Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, and then maybe like a Dark Broly or Super Saiyan 4 Broly or something like that. Like, they definitely could sort of set that up. The only thing with that is if we go ahead and look at prior years past, right? By the way, this Gogeta, it's hard to say exactly what the schedule is going to be upcoming, because they have pretty much released a Dokkan Fest on the 31st, like, the last 3 years. So, Gogeta on the 31st, I would say, is very likely. I'd say there's a very, very good chance we see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on the 31st. Now, Angel Golden Frieza's banner goes away on the 22nd, and there is nothing up right now. So I was expecting an LR on the 20th, but we've had no Twitter info. We haven't had any in-game info for what exactly is sort of coming with, you know, sort of the part 2 celebration with this Angel Golden Frieza. Like, we're definitely going to get, like, at least, like, a world tournament and some other things. I mean, we will see, right? I think there probably still could be an LR. If there's not going to be an LR right now, then we will be getting an LR sometime in the middle of November. And then, like, it's just like, look at, like, dude, so, like, Gogeta could come on the 31st, then, like, a summonable LR on, like, the 12th to the 16th range, and then, like, the Dragon Ball Heroes collab and Dokkan Fest could be, like, the last week of November. Like, it is just, there's just so much. Like, you know, if you're a free-to-play player on JP, like, you have to target, like, one of these to summon. Like, you're not going to be able to get all this stuff. Like, there's a lot of big shit they're dropping right away, right? Now, this physical Super Vegito is in the same time slot as Gogeta, basically. He came out on October 31st of 2017. But then, there was another Dokkan Fest, the next one that came out was Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Now, Bardock tied into the Heroes theme, right? Which that year was Super Saiyan 3s. That was when they brought in the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Super Saiyan 3 Gohan. You know, this guy had the Super Saiyan 3 category. But notice, this is not the time slot for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right there. Then, the next year, we had Cooler, who came out on October 31st, Halloween, of course. He had nothing to do with the Heroes theme that year. Then Goku Black drops November 29th. Time Traveler Leader. That, of course, does mesh up big time with, you know, Dragon Ball Heroes. This was when they released, like, the Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta, Supremo Pie of Time. Like, there was, like, the Demigra. They did a lot of different characters, and a lot of them all fit on the Time Traveler team, right? And then last year, the two Dokkan Fests don't really have anything to do with Dragon Ball Heroes whatsoever, right? Again, Cooler, 31st. So, again, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, this would be the 4th year in a row that Dokkan has released a Dokkan Fest on Halloween on JP. So, I mean, I would say the 31st is probably very likely for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? But again, Cooler and 13 had nothing to do with the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff that came out, basically. So, I don't know. I mean, one thing that would be different about this year compared to, like, you know, this year with Bardock and Vegito is that this Bardock time slot we're thinking is going to be a Heroes card itself, right? I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is like a sort of a Dragon Ball Heroes unit, but what are they? They're saying, oh, he's from Xenoverse. Like, I hate that. Like, I just wish he was on the Heroes category, right? But, so we could see. Gogeta could introduce the Super Saiyan 4 category into the game. If we look at the categories he's on, he's only got 4. Fusion, Shadow Dragon Saga, Kamehameha, and Final Trump card. I think, personally, I would like to see Gogeta lead the Shadow Dragon Saga team, because it certainly could use the extra help, right? Like, if we take a look, all we have is the physical Omega, and then, like, you know, this in Oceanus. Like, that's not good enough. We need I think the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta giving, you know, 170% to all stats and 4 key would be good for that Shadow Dragon Saga team. And then I think a secondary leader for, like, Kamehameha would work, because Kamehameha, you know, is over a year old now, and we only really have the one, you know, the LR Gohan. I mean, the Trunks and Goten right here, they're what, 120%? No, they're only 100%. Yeah, so we definitely could use a secondary Kamehameha leader skill. Again, or the Super Saiyan 4 category. Now, if they do introduce the Super Saiyan 4 category with this guy, the only thing about that is, like, his second leader skill. Like, because, I mean, it would have to be, like, Kamehameha or Final Trump card. Because Fusion and Shadow Dragon Saga are both pretty small. So, like, I would think, like, especially if he's, like, Super Saiyan 4 and Shadow Dragon Saga, that's, like, pointless. Like, you know, he is a fusion, so I feel like people are still going to run him as lead. But if we're going to introduce Super Saiyan 4, we would want his secondary leader skill to be one of these two, because then that would actually make, like, sort of an interesting team, right? So for Kamehameha, you know, we'd be adding potentially, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and stuff like that to the Kamehameha team, which would work. You know, we'd have all the Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs on the Kamehameha team at that point, right? Which would definitely be good. And then, of course, Final Trump card. The only thing about Final Trump card is, like, do we need another fusion to lead this category? I don't know. And then when we're talking about the fusion category specifically, too, fusion already has enough Dokkan Fest exclusive leaders, right? We got 4. We got the OG Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the AGL Gogeta, the STR Blue Gogeta, and then the LR Physical Gogeta. So I don't necessarily think fusion needs it, but, you know, if they make this Gogeta as good as I think they're going to, right, this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, honestly, if they just make an upgraded version of this guy right here, he's probably going to be better than Gohan and Angel Golden Frieza and Cooler and stuff like that. I think this guy's going to be the king, right? Because that ability of countering super attacks is, like, one of the strongest abilities in the game still. So you put that on a unit that has better defense and higher attack, and it's going to be pretty nuts. And then his freaking link set as well, like, he's just going to be so crazy. So if you're able to use him as a leader and friend on that fusion team, that becomes a massive buff to the fusion team, because fusion is just way worse than the Potara team, right? Because, like, you look at it, and it's, like, not, like, a lot of these guys aren't really that new. Like, Int Gotenks is great, right? But, like, that's it. Like, you know, this guy's a really nice attacker, but he's going to take a lot of damage in return. The Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks cards aren't that impressive. Honestly, I would love some sort of Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks LR or something like that, because, again, the tech EZA is not that great. Maybe the physical EZA they'd make monstrous, but the only thing is, units that have negatives built into them, these EZAs don't take away. So I expect this physical Gotenks could still have some sort of defensive debuff as soon as he gets his EZA. You know, the same way Super Saiyan 3 Broly kept his, the same way this tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks sort of kept his negative part. So, you know, we will see, right? What else did I have pulled up here? Okay, we're probably going to see an EZA, I would think, for one of these two. Because Kid Buu does tie into Angel Gold and Frieza's theme, which was Revived Warrior / Otherworld Warrior. So, you know, I would think that one of these two Super Saiyan 4s will get their EZA here. They're not just going to do all 5 extreme 120% EZAs and then go into all the superclass ones. I don't think that's what they're going to do. So we will see, right? Because both of these guys, you know, their buffs are going to be crazy. I doubt they'll be better than their LR counterparts, but they're still going to be really, really good. Look at Vegeta. Vegeta's got more categories than Goku. Goku, of course, eventually we're going to get like a Baby Saga category, right? Which would give this Goku an extra category. That, again, I think that's going to happen eventually. And then the final thing, of course, is there is a story event that's going to happen about this episode right here, episode 55, which is just a clip show, right? It's just Goku or Vegeta going over all the different fights with Goku and stuff like that. But it is going to be a farmable GT Vegeta that then awakens into Grade Ape GT Vegeta. So a little bit of a buff for the Giant category team is not going to be a bad thing. And then any extra characters for the Shadow Dragon Saga needs it so bad. So let me know what you guys think. This guy, I'm sure he's going to be insane. I'm sure his banner is going to be good because they probably want people to summon before Dragon Ball Heroes. So stay strong.